What's going on, Skid Bros? Today we're going to hang us a new fan. There's nothing wrong with this one. They just want a new one. They want a new style. Kind of got gray blades. The old Hampton Bay. So we're going to hang this one here. And I'm just going to move this one to a new bedroom. That's all I'm going to be doing with this. I'm going to take it out as a whole piece and move it to another bedroom and hang this one. Yeah, I really dislike this style. It's like they tried to reinvent the wheel, but these have these collars and you just turn it to the left and pull it down. I mean, they turn something simple into a hard process. So you want to try to get this collar down and the screws are going to be behind this. Takes a little patience. I just get my flathead and kind of running around this collar here. But it's like once things get old and age, this stuff sets up in there and it's hard to get off. Old Hampton Bay out here trying to reinvent the wheel. Yeah, once you get the collar off, loosen these screws and the whole deal will come out. Man, just give me a good old cheap student housing fan. I did student housing for 8 years and the fans were just easy because those college kids would tear them up and they'd go through fans like toilet paper. But they were good fans, easy to install. Old Hampton Bay here getting just cute with everything, collars and all this hidden stuff. Oh, job security, I guess. Should be some screws on the other side. I'll loosen those. Power is off. Breaker and switch. Just undo these wires and we will pull this one out and move it into the other bedroom where they want it. They still want to keep the fan and switch it out with another fan that's in the bedroom down the hall here. Alright, once you get all the wire nuts off, you can just lift the fan right out of the bracket. That's it. Move this one to the other bedroom. Take these screws out. Move this bracket to the other bedroom. It should still hang up there even when you take both screws out. Just because it's been hanging a while. Give it an old pull. Alright, let's get our new one open. Alright, Skid, when I do fans, I like to open everything up, get everything laid out. That way it doesn't look as intimidating. So, you got two colors, black or the wood grain gray. This is what they want. They want the wood grain gray. So, you want to put it face down. And I love these quick connects on these new fans. Put it face down, the color that you don't want facing up, and just put it in the 3 screws and pull it and it locks into place. Here we go. Good to go, and you can tweak it with a Phillips head if you want. And just repeat the process. The color that you don't want facing up, the color you want facing down. Put it in, lock it into place. Now to keep these videos shorter, I'm just going to repeat that process. I'm not going to film the whole deal there. Heard it snap into place, that's what you want. Thing snaps up here. Let's get this one to snap. I don't remember hearing this one snap. There we go. Now just repeat the process. Alright, got all the blades ready, snapped into place. Now I'm going to hang the mount up on the ceiling. And I do the blades after I get everything up there. You can do it all down here if you want. It's just a matter of preference, but I like to get everything hung, then do the blades. It just prevents any kind of bending of the blades on the ground. I've just had bad experiences doing it on the ground, but to each their own. Whatever you like to do. You can do it all on the ground, or you can wait till you get it up and then hang the blades. So I'm going to hang the mount here. Alright, got the mounting bracket up. I use the same screws and the same holes as the old fan, and I found some washers in my tool bag. for the screws, give a little extra. And the wires go through the center of the mounting bracket. Snug these up nice and tight. And we can start hanging some fanage and wiring it up. That should be good. Oh yeah. Alright, see that hole right there? Right on the hook. Now I like that about these. Sometimes Hampton Bay hits the mark, but sometimes they don't. So that can hang up there, and then you can screw these screws into those holes. It'll be on both sides. Screw, screw, hole, hole. Ugh, nice and snug. That's it. Once you get it on the hook, screw that down, there and there. Just for the sake of the video, I don't want to show every screw getting tightened because I know that you guys get the point. And now I'm going to wire it up. Black to black, blue to red, green to ground, and white to white. Alright, I got it wired up. Wires tucked in there nice and good. Again, black to black, white to white, blue to red, and green to ground. Now we can put our cover on. Just gotta see what screw to take out and which one we can just loosen. So we can just loosen this screw, take that one out, loosen that screw, and then take that one out. So we'll loosen this one. And just slide over that. But we gotta take that one out. Alright, now we're ready for the cover. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. So it should just slip right over the screw that we loosened. There we go. Do that on the other side. And then slide it. That should stay in place. Then we can put the screws that we took out in and then tighten them down. This is why you don't want to put the blades on first, because then you won't be able to get your cover over the blades. Alright, got our screws on both sides. Tightened up, nice and snug. Now we can put our fan blades on. So usually the fan blades nowadays already come with the screws in them. Just match them up to the screw holes on the motor here and tighten them down. Not gonna go through the whole process. I'm sure you get the point, just to keep the length of the video short. All right, last screw. All you do is screw them in there. Just from video analytics, I see that most people watch about 5 minutes of the video. So what they do is just get the point and then they skip to the next step. So I just want to save you guys the hassle and just do that for you. Just give you the point, then you can do it, then I go to the next step. You know, I try to make it all about you guys. It's not about me. You know, I want to help and save you time. So, all right, let's get to the light kit. There it is. So you just want to plug white into white, and the black should be somewhere up in here. There it is. It should be blue actually, yeah. So from your light kit, plug white into white and blue into blue, and then screw the screws into these holes. You might have to take them out of the light kit, but that's it. Go ahead and set my light kit up for success here. You're gonna have to take these screws out, match the holes once you get it up there mounted, and then screw these little screws back in. There we go, blue to blue, white to white. This is actually blue. Sometimes it's black on some fans. So now we'll put this up there. I'm gonna need 2 hands. And match these holes with these holes, and then screw your little screws that you took out back in. Then we'll move on to the bulbs and the covers. Alright, light kit installed, blades installed, Starting to look like a fan. Put our bulb covers on this style. They just slip on and then they tighten to the right. Just like that. Once you get the bulb in there too, it will hold them in as well. There we go. Had to put I got to stand on the bed. I put a cover down. It was a little too far away with the ladder. This gets me directly under the fan. Alright, that's it. Screw your bulbs in. Put on your pull chains that come with the fan. And you are done. Alright, power's restored. Got the pull chains pulled. Voila. Uh-oh. What, they give me a bomb bulb? There we go. Whew. So yeah, I thought the light would come on if I pulled the chain. There we go. New Hampton Bay fan. That's how easy it's done. And I got the old fan in here. The one that I took out. There it is. Just move the fan into the new room. That's it, guys. Easy as that. Alright, on this call, we got a leaking GE dishwasher. They say there's water in the corner over here. I don't see any now. They must have dried it up, but let's take the cover off and see what's going on. It's just gonna be 2 screws. Man, this dishwasher is not even a year old, man. Welcome to another episode of What's Wrong with This Brand New Dishwasher. Once you get the 2 bottom screws off, you don't have to take the top screws out. You can if you want, but you don't have to. Just loosen them. Loosen them up, and then it should slide to the left. As long as the baseboard's not in the way. There we go. And this would be with all dishwashers as well. It's just not GE. All dishwashers usually have a bottom panel you can take off. So let's go over some leaky problems, like what to look for, what you need to be looking for. Oh yeah, it's definitely leaking. Some water right there. Alright, so first just make sure your water line is tight right here. Make sure that nut is tight. Make sure it's not dripping. That can usually be the leak. Make sure this is good. This also needs to be tight and not dripping. And you also have your drain hose right here. Let's see if I can get that wire out of the way. That drain hose back there connected to the motor right here. Make sure that's tight and not dripping. Those are usually your points of your entry for water. Now sometimes you can have a fluke and it'll be dripping out of the motor and stuff, but usually it's going to be the drain hose or this right here, your water line. But let's get it going and see what's dripping. It's obviously not the water line. Let me get it going here. Oh, there it is. I saw a drip come from the side over there. Oh, it's coming from up here somewhere. Well, let's see a new spot where it might be leaking that I can show you. I'm going to pull it out. Alright, to pull the dishwasher out, we're just going to remove these 2 screws here. Once you get these screws out, it'll slide out for you. We got to look at the side of this thing. There's a rubber fill hose. Ooh, I turn it off. Now it'll slide out. Alright, right here. This rubber hose here, sometimes that'll get a hole in it somewhere. So if you're checking your water line here and you just can't find a leak, check this thing. So let's get it filling and see what's going on here. Oh, water just shot up out of there. Oh. Water just shot up out of this container here. I wonder if it's pushed down in there too far. It needs to be backed out a little bit. That's what I'm gonna do. There's no hole in it. Now I've seen holes in these on some, but this is just shooting up out of this container here. All good, all good. Yeah, no holes in the hose. I brought one just in case though. Alright, so hopefully it just needs to be pulled up some, like it's too far in there. Everything looks clear. I'm gonna pull it up a little, then cinch it back down. I bet it was pressed against that plastic in there. Just give it a pull up. Let's see if that helps anything. Yeah, if that don't do it, I'll try to make it go further down into the hole. Like maybe it's too high and the pressure's making it shoot up. It's definitely the weirdest leak I've ever seen. This is a rare one. There we go. Just needed to come up a little bit. I think it was sitting against that plastic. But it's not shooting up out of there now. Remember the first time it was like boosh, boosh. But yeah, dudes, check this hose. If you got a mysterious dishwasher leak and your water line is good, your water line's good and your drain hose is good, and you're like, where's this freaking leak coming from? Check this hose right here. There'd be a little pinhole in there causing all this havoc and chaos. Yeah, and last but not least, I'll see this all the time why your dishwasher might be leaking. Is that you didn't use the right soap. You cannot use this kind of dish soap. The dish liquid that's for hand washing dishes, you can't use that. Some people will put that in the dishwasher and it will create a massive bubble overload and it will leak out onto the floor. So you've got to use soap made for the dishwasher like this, and it will say it on there as well. It'll say it on the back of the bottle, like do not use in dishwasher. Yep, right there on the bottom. Not for use in dishwashers. But a lot of people do it anyway, and it creates a massive bubble overload and just goes everywhere. So that's the final reason why your dishwasher may be leaking and where it could be leaking from. Alright, on this call we've got some low flow issues coming out of the kitchen faucet. They said the flow isn't as good as it was when they moved in. Yeah, you can see it's kind of tinky there. Now you can try to replace the sprayer head here that just twists off, or the valve behind the handle here, or you can start easy and try this quick connect. It goes underneath here. I'll show you. This is made by Glacier Bay supposedly, and it will work on the Pfister faucets. I'll take you underneath here and show you what I'm talking about. Alright, first you want to make sure you turn the water off to the hot and cold. Alright, the water is off. Alright, there's the quick connect piece right here connected to the faucet. You just want to you want to squeeze in these blue tabs. There's a blue tab here. Squeeze it, push up, and then pull down, and it'll come off for you. And this unscrews, and we will screw the new one back on and pop it back on. Yeah, these things get clogged. We've discovered. My coworker Jordan discovered this gold mine. These things will get clogged up. I'll show you inside there in a minute. And we'll screw the new one on. This would be real common on new construction where they get dirt and stuff in the lines, clogging up the plumbing. So once you throw in your new quick connect piece, the flow should be way better than what it was. All right, we're just gonna push it back on the pipe there and it will quick connect. Make sure it clicks. There we go. Give it a little pull, make sure it don't come off. All right, that's all there is to it. Now the flow will be restored. Turn the water back on. Now, if you remember, when I turned it on, it was not a trickling, but it wasn't good. There it is. Now, that's a powerful flow. That's what it's supposed to look like and sound like. I said the flow isn't as good as it was when they moved in. Yeah, you can see it's kind of tinky there. Now, that's a powerful flow. All right, real quick, if you're wondering where you can get these, I just Googled Glacier Bay Quick Connect, and there's the piece right there. I mean, it looks similar, right? So I'm assuming that's it. You can just get that, go to Home Depot. If you need just this part right here, it says it's $5.99. Or you can type in Pfister faucet and just get the whole hose with the piece on it. Looks like it's $14. Walmart Premier Snap Connect pull down. You can just Google your faucet model and find the Quick Connect piece. That's what this is called right here. If you want to type in your faucet model and what Quick Connect piece it uses. So there you go. That's how you can find parts. All right, there's the inside of the old Quick Connect. I don't really see anything clogging it up. I'm sure it's deep in there somewhere. But yeah, if you replace that, it should fix the flow. But if that don't work, you can always go with the sprayer head, which unscrews off, or the valve. Two more easy fixes, but I'll start easy with this because it just snaps on, or snaps off and screws off. And easy fix. All right, guys. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Later.